Resolution 241, the gentleman from New Jersey, Mr. Smith, and a member opposed. Each will control 5 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from New Jersey.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. First of all, let me thank Chairwoman Virginia Fox for the extraordinary job she is doing on this important parental rights legislation, H.R. 5. I do want to thank my friend from Virginia. The debate has been civil. It has been disciplined. And obviously, we have a major fundamental difference, but there's respect on both sides. So thank you, Chairwoman Fox, for your leadership. Mr. Chairman, last month, Adriana Olivia Kutch, a student at Central Regional High School in my congressional district, tragically took her own life just days after a group of students violently attacked her in the school hallway and then shared the video of the horrific assault online. Adriana's family told the Asbury Park Press that, quote, she took her own life after being threatened online, attacked on school grounds, and then later harassed when video of the attack was spread via social media. My amendment today, Mr. Chairman, would add to the bill's disclosure requirement of violent incidences a provision that schools notify parents of whether recordings exist of such violence. The amendment recognizes that bullying and violence are often compounded and the victim further traumatized, further humiliated, and further mocked when the crime is videotaped and shared on social media. Once informed, the parents are empowered to hopefully better able to shield, to better comfort, and to protect their child. This amendment is a step in the right direction of what must be a full-court press to tackle online bullying. Many school districts, as my colleagues already know, do have harassment, intimidation, and bully, or HIB policies, which should include parental notification of online bullying occurrences. What happened in the Central Regional High School must never happen again. There must be no higher priority for us than school safety and protecting every student from violence. I reserve.
The gentleman reserves. The gentleman, for what purpose does the gentleman from Virginia seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I rise in opposition to the amendment.
The gentleman from Virginia is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Mr. Speaker, the underlying bill has a lot of ambiguity about things like what is an injury, what is violent activity? Does there have to be an injury? If there has to be an injury, then a shooting where the bullet misses and there's no injury would not be covered. But somebody pushes somebody and they slip and get a bloody nose, that would be an injury, and that would be violent activity, but it's very poorly defined. The second is aware of a video recording. Does that include fellow students' cell phones and other things? Does it include a monitoring, the school system monitoring? And then it doesn't say anything about numerous rights and laws, rights of privacy, and what to do after you find out. What can you do about it? That's a little unclear. It doesn't say what rights you have to the video or anything like that. I think it causes more questions than answers, and I would hope we'd defeat the amendment.
Does the gentleman reserve?
I reserve.
Gentleman from
Mr.
Virginia
Chairman,
reserves.
after the
gentleman from New Jersey is recognized.
After the terrible incident and the loss of this young woman, there were meetings with the school board, and the number of students who came forward who talked about the bullying and the videotaping of bullying that happens and how threatened they feel. It seems to me, out of an abundance of caution and respect and concern for the well-being of these individuals, these young people, having the school leaders step up and say, we know of a video recording, we've got to make sure the parents know. That young woman, in this case, sitting in her room, watching the video over and over again, and all the extreme mockings that she endured, that may have driven her to suicide. We don't know absolutely, but we do know that it has a very debilitating impact on a young person to see all of that. And I watched the video, Mr. Chairman, and I was moved to see her on the ground being kicked and punched. And again, there was a video of this. So many of the parents have no idea. They don't monitor social media necessarily. Why not have the school leaders make sure that that is transferred over to the parents so they can step in and love their child and try to protect their child from all the psychological and other harms that accrue from that video. So this is a simple amendment, and I would hope that my colleagues would vote for it. Yield back.
The gentleman from New Jersey yields. The gentleman from Virginia is recognized.
I yield back.
The gentleman from